everyone, and welcome to my first video here on my YouTube channel. Today I thought I would just start it off pretty basic and just kind of talk to you guys about the basics of foundation. Foundation is kind of like that one thing that everybody wants to perfect, so I'm here today to share with you guys some tips and tricks on how to make that a little bit easier for you. Maybe get a little bit more of a natural look as well. I have a whole bunch of stuff here set up and in my little bag, so we're going to just jump right into it. Okay guys, so the first tip I have for you is prepare your skin. This is going to help get rid of any dead skin, dirt, oil, anything we don't want on our skin, it's going to get rid of. This is going to help create a nice base for the makeup to lay on top of. The second tip I have for you guys is use a base. This is usually a primer. A primer is going to do a few different things. First of all, think of a primer as a glue. It's going to glue the makeup to the skin. That's really what it's meant for. Also does a really good job at resurfacing the skin, so when the makeup glides right over top of it, it's going to create a better look, a smoother look. They make different types of primers, both high-end and drugstore. And just for you guys, I have kind of gotten high-end and drugstore if you guys are looking for suggestions for products as well. So the first one I will hop into is the Smashbox primer.
This Smashbox primer is meant to fill in any pores or fine lines.
This is another one. This is the Stay Flawless.
This is a 15-hour wear primer by Benefit.
The next type of primer is going to be a green primer. This is another one by Smashbox.
Any green tone primer will help knock out any redness in the skin.
Here is one from the drugstore. This is one by Maybelline. As for dull, tired looking skin, I recommend more of a brightening primer. The first one is by Japanese.
Brightening primers usually have a pearlescent look to them. This will give you a really nice dewy finish.
This is another one by L'Oreal. This is the Magic Lumi. For dry skin,
this Laura Geller primer is one of my favorites. It's very hydrating.
If you guys have a lot of dark spots, I recommend more of a peach primer. This is going to help color correct. If you guys want more of a treatment, Hard Candy makes a really good one.
This primer is great for not only reducing the look of dark spots, but also correcting them.
The last one I will share with you guys is by Stila. This is the One Step Corrector.
This primer is great because it has all of the correcting shades in one.
My third step is going to be pick a good foundation for your skin type. Not a lot of people know that foundations sometimes are meant for specific skin types. On the market, I know that they have a ton of different products that you guys can choose from.
So there's a CC cream, there's a BB cream, there's a tinted moisturizer, a powder, a liquid, a light coverage, a medium coverage, a full coverage.
There are so many different options, so I'm going to kind of walk through those for you guys and maybe help you decide what you will look for in a foundation. The first thing I'm going to start with is a lighter coverage. If you guys are, looking for more of a lighter coverage, I'll walk through some products that might work for you. If you have more of an oily skin type, I'm going to suggest more of a powder. This guy is by Pure Minerals.
A powder foundation is great for oily skin. It's definitely going to last a little bit longer because the powder is going to absorb any oil you might be producing throughout the day.
This is another one by Sephora.
Using a powder foundation will also give you a more matte finish.
As for a drugstore alternative,
this is an amazing drugstore alternative. This is claimed to be a pro matte foundation, so I highly recommend if you're on a budget.
next thing is going to be more of a tinted moisturizer, a CC cream, a BB cream. I love these. Any skin type can really use it. If you are oily, I recommend using the product and then setting it with the powder. It's really going to lock the foundation in and make it last throughout the day. As for a dry skin, I love CC creams and BB creams and tinted moisturizers because they tend to be a little bit more hydrating. I have a CC cream. This is by Cover FX.
These products tend to have a higher SPF, which is great for summer.
I have a BB cream. For a drugstore alternative, I have this Physicians Formula. This is a BB cream. Last one is a tinted moisturizer. This is the You Rebel by Benefit. Now for my girls that really want more of a medium coverage but like a liquid. So my all-time favorite foundation is the Giorgio Armani. This is the Luminous Silk.
This foundation is so raved about here on YouTube. I will say this guy I think is gearing a little bit more towards dry skin. It definitely leaves you with a dewy finish.
The next one is by Smashbox.
This foundation gives me life, okay?
As for a drugstore alternative, this is the L'Oreal The True Match Lumi.
If you can't tell by its name, this foundation gives you a very dewy, luminous look.
Moving on to more of a fuller coverage foundation. First one I will show you is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. This is very thick.
Thickest foundation ever. Also matte finish, so it's great for oily skin.
This is the new Fit Me by Maybelline.
Here I have the Dewy and Smooth foundation. They also make matte and poreless.
Our hard candy products. This is the Glamouflage. Next foundation is going to be a cream foundation. This is without a doubt going to give you full coverage. This is by OCC.
Cream foundations tend to have more pigment, therefore they are very full coverage.
And then this one I have here is by Mally. Okay, so tip number 4. This is my biggest tip that I could possibly give you with foundation. Work in layers, please. Don't go in with a ton of product and just expect it to look amazing. It can look cakey, it can look heavy, it can look like you smacked your head on your makeup case, it can look a hot mess. So just work in layers. This is going to give you the most natural look to the skin. My favorite thing to do is just go in with a thin layer, even though you might want that thick coverage. Go in with a thin layer and then add it in the areas that you want. So for me personally, I have a lot of acne scarring. I go in with that one layer and then I just kind of add it where I need it, mostly in my cheek areas, a little bit on the forehead, and I am good to go. Tip number 5.
Brushes are your friend.
Use brushes. Depending on the kind of brush you use, you can get a better finish with your foundation. So the first brush is this one.
Blend in downward strokes with these brushes, that way it doesn't end up looking streaky. Next
one, just a domed brush.
With this brush, use circular motions to buff the product into the skin.
The Real Technique brushes are so great. I definitely recommend. This is the buffing brush.
No, really guys, definitely check these brushes out.
This is one of my favorite brushes to use.
This is one of my favorites because you can use this with powder and liquid.
Next one is a stippling brush.
This guy just bounce the brush on the skin and buff away any other product.
The last tool is going to be a sponge. This is my horribly dirty beauty blender.
Does this one need an explanation? Everybody know about the beauty blender.
The last tip I have for you is setting your makeup. Please set your makeup. This is really going to make a huge difference in the longevity or the wear of your foundation. I like to use like more of a setting powder for oily skin. This is really going to absorb that oil again and keep you looking matte and fresh all day. It's going to really keep the makeup on. This is by NARS.
Translucent powder is the bomb because it's not going to oxidize your foundation later on.
And then a drugstore alternative is this Airspun, the loose face powder.
Honestly, this translucent powder is pretty much a classic.
And of course, you guys can always go back in with a colored powder if you guys want that extra touch of coverage. So, setting spray.
Oh my god.
I love setting sprays, especially for dry skin. It's going to give you a dewy look. It's going to set the makeup. It's not going to create that mask feel that dry skin. You know, okay, dry skin girls, let me know. When you put your foundation on, does it feel like a mask? Yeah. Go ahead and douse your skin in some, you know what? Oh. Spray too much. Anyway guys, that is it for my video. I hope that I helped some of you guys out, maybe answer some of your questions you might have had, possibly recommended some new products for you to try. I know every time I watch these videos, there's always some things that I need to run out and go buy. So, I'm sorry. I'm really excited to be making videos. I've wanted to do this for a really long time, so I hope you guys enjoyed my videos. I will catch you next time. Bye. Oh no! Oh my god! I don't know. What am I trying to say? Who knows? I've done this ending like a million times. Oh! Hi everybody. No, girl. Want the extra touch. Oh no, what happened?